Ramos in the centre circle, almost caught out there by Rodrigo. Sevilla plenty of the ball, and just at that they lose it. And it's back now with Fernandez, and now Vasquez. Kroos now over halfway out left to Vinicius. He's right on the touchline in front of his manager Carlo Ancelotti. Looks for his countryman and teammate there, Rodrigo, but well read by Bade, and now Ramos can bring it away for the Andalusians. Bade back to Soumare in the edge of his box. And now left there to Quique Salas, who plays a left-footed ball down the line, and Isaac Romero didn't even bother chasing it. He just turned around and had a look at his teammate and went, really? Far too long a pass. And it's back in the gloves of Andrei Lunin, the Ukrainian, who has usurped Kepa as of recent weeks as the Real Madrid #1. Here's Rodrigo looking for Vinicius, but as Ramos comes sliding in, a super sliding tackle out for a throw in. It sent Vinicius sprawling, but no hint even of claiming a foul there. So throw in taken by Mendy on the left hand side. Real Madrid perhaps anticipating there may be a return to action a bit quicker than they thought for Thibaut Courtois. He was expected to miss at least the whole season, but whispers that he may well be back in the Los Blancos goal before the end of the season. But Lunin has done an excellent job in his absence, and I say usurping Kepa, who came over from Chelsea to fill that void. Good passing football from Madrid there. Rodrigo and Valverde, and that's Rodrigo, and he just runs into too many Sevilla defenders, and a combination of Soumare and Bade will deal with him. But good pressure from Brahim Diaz forces Bade to clear that in the touch. Didn't get as much on it as he would have liked. So throw in to Real Madrid, deep in Sevilla territory. Rodrigo looking for a free kick there, but none coming. It was a superbly timed tackle, was by Soumare in the end, as was Sergio Ramos on Vinicius shortly before it had to be in the penalty area. Navas blasts one forward. It takes a nick of it, a strange pass. It's saw it. We'll flick it on to Ocampos over the halfway line, the left hand side. Good ball in, finds Isaac Romero, left hand corner of the penalty area. He's looking for Endesiri. He's found him, and Endesiri puts it wide. What a build up play from Sevilla, and the usually deadly Moroccan Youssef Endesiri can't finish. A super pass initially from Ocampos to get Romero in behind, and his ball was just perfectly weighted across the face of goal where Nacho Fernandez couldn't get to it. Endesiri could, but his composure let him down. He blazes wide from about 8 yards out. Well, Sevilla can be made to pay for that one. Good challenge by Bade on Vinicius, but that's a big chance, the first one really for either side here. 7.5 minutes gone at the Bernabeu. A crossfield pass looking for Vasquez that Ocampos intercepts. He's back with a bang. Lucas Ocampos after injury, and now he bumps off Lucas Vasquez but can't control the ball. There's an apologetic hand up to Gibril Sao, who was up in support with him. And that's Fernandez, who will say that ball perfectly weighted by Romero for Endesiri, just out of the Madrid captain's reach, but Endesiri's usual composure was lacking. His last 6 goals, incidentally, have come away from home, including a double in the victory over Rayo Vallecano at the beginning of this month. That was game 2 of this 4-game unbeaten run. Lovely flick by Vinicius, that's beautiful, into Rodrigo. Right left, and it's Ferland Mendy in the corner, faced up by Jesus Navas. Mendy is forced backwards with an awkward pass, but he picks out Fernandez, and now Tchouaméni midway inside the Sevilla half. Diaz. Vasquez is right on the touchline line with the edge of the 18-yard box, back to Tchouaméni, and now Diaz again. 1-2 between Diaz and Vasquez. Now back with Rüdiger, and this is what Real Madrid are so good at. They'll just pass, and then strike. And the moment is right, they'll pass you into submission. Mendy scoops one, a strange pass out looking for Rodrigo, who was offside and was not anticipating that whatsoever. Navas will bring it out under pressure by Vinicius, but he gets it to Endesiri. He thought he was bundled down by Fernandez, but nothing doing, says the referee. Ball in from Vinicius. There's the ball coming from the back post. It's Vasquez into the corner. 10 minutes gone. It's Lucas Vasquez. Of all the attacking talent this Real Madrid team, you maybe wouldn't expect it to be him, but the right back pops up with a clinical finish that Youssef Endesiri at the other end couldn't have. Now all of a sudden the referee is surrounded by Sevilla players. Isidro Diaz de Mera, I'm not sure what they're claiming about. Maybe something happened Off the ball there, but a goal will stand. It's Lucas Vázquez who has it. His first goal of the season. And after 10 minutes, Real Madrid leads Sevilla by 1-0. And now all of a sudden, the referee is going to have a word here. I don't know whether it was maybe is it a foul there from Nacho on En-Nesyri? It was a super finish in the end by Vázquez. A great touch. Took it well. The ball from Vinicius picked away. I'm not sure he was the intended target. I think it was Diaz, but it went beyond him. And Vázquez in the end tucked it in. Past Nyland into the far corner. Actually just clipped the inside of the post on the way. Really clinical finish from the right back. And after 10 minutes, Real Madrid lead, but I think our referee maybe is going to have a look at that potential foul on En-Nesyri from Fernandes, or maybe not. Nope, not so. Goal stands, and much to Sevilla's disgust. Or has it? I thought he was pointing at the centre circle there. Isidro Diaz de Mera. Sergio Ramos having a word with him. It's all a little bit confusing out there now. I'm not quite sure whether the referee is going to want to have a look at this or not. I mean, it's probably not a great challenge from Fernandes, but whether it's a foul or not, I don't quite know. But that's what VAR are looking at here. He is indeed going up to the VAR room to review this goal, so perhaps Lucas Vázquez's celebrations will be cut short. Maybe he won't have his first goal of the season. He's sitting on his haunches there. Well, just hoping, look, I don't get many, don't take this one away from me. And now the referee is actually going to go over and look at the screen. So, well, when that is the case quite often, then it's a case that there is something that VAR wants the referee to look at, and Carlo Ancelotti is going to get a booking. Usually cool, calm, collected Carlo Ancelotti picks up a yellow card as Senor Diaz de Mera comes over to look at the VAR screen. Now we've got a still here, and it actually looks to me like Nacho Fernandes wins the ball between the legs of Youssef En-Nesyri there. But he does seem to catch the Moroccan as well on the way through. Could well have this goal disallowed, but it's another one of those where you're looking at VAR and thinking, you know, is this really what it was here for? You know, is it decisions like this that it was designed to intervene from? As a super ball from Vinicius, a wonderful run too from Vázquez. He timed it to perfection. Now here comes the referee. Oh, and free kick is given to Sevilla. The goal is ruled out. That foul from Nacho Fernandes and Youssef En-Nesyri. It took us over 3 minutes, nearly 4 minutes, for the referee to come to that decision. And in the end, it is indeed a foul given. Vinicius Jr. not happy now. He might be the next man in the referee's book, and that stage Youssef En-Nesyri has actually been off the pitch receiving treatment, so he's waiting to come back on. You feel for Lucas Vázquez there that he thought he had his first goal of the season. He took it really well too, but not so, says the referee. There's Ocampos the other end. Wow, what a shot, and it's flicked over, but Ocampos now I think has caught Vázquez maybe with a flailing arm before he hit that one. And Vázquez is on the ground looking in some pain, and now Nacho Fernandes is saying, well, if you're going to have a look at the one before, why not that one? He catches him with an elbow. It's unintentional, but he definitely catches Vázquez with an elbow there, Lucas Ocampos. Is there for absolute rasping drive that Lunin palmed over the bar. As we see Quique Sanchez Flores, the Sevilla manager, who has helped them to a 4-match unbeaten run that steers them away from danger, at least for now. 6 points clear of the relegation zone. Vasquez is still on the ground here and is going to get a bit of a look over here from the Real Madrid medics. I don't know if it was that serious an issue. The two of them were wrestling as the ball came down, and then Campos, he doesn't elbow him, he doesn't direct his elbow back towards him. You know the type of meme where you really, the point of the elbow catches him. He's just got his arms out trying to hold off the challenge, and Vasquez was the unfortunate one to be caught. So another good few minutes for Lucas Vasquez. He thought he had a goal his first of the season, but it's ruled out, and then he is on the wrong end of Lucas Ocampos' elbow there, but he seems okay, back to his feet. So now look at this. Fouled by Nacho Fernandez. He does get a touch of the ball. He definitely does, and however, I think he also gets a touch on in the series ankle. And that's where the referee and the VAR team saw fit to rule it out. So goalless, and that is a free kick, by the way, given for the flailing elbow by Ocampos on Vasquez, which Rüdiger takes short to Fernandez. Right left to Toni Kroos, who's on the left back position here. He rolls it back to his countryman Rüdiger. Perhaps the two of them will be playing for the national team again this summer. There's Vasquez, who's okay again, as I thought he would be. Fernandez now midway inside his own half, rolls out to Kroos on halfway. Under pressure there from Torres. There's a bit of a loose pass, but Vasquez will pick it up, and that's with Rüdiger. Vasquez over halfway. Attempted flick there from Diaz to try and find the run of Vasquez, but he can't, and he thought it was his throw in, but it's actually a Sevilla one. Throw in to Sevilla on the halfway line. Now it's back with Sergio Ramos and Sumare midway inside his own half. Back with goalkeeper now, Nyland. Sends it forward right footed. Good header away by Fernandez, helped on its way by Valverde. And now Diaz in the centre circle is being hassled there by Quique Salas and is fouled by him. So the game here in the first 17 minutes has been quite bitty, broken up by some niggly fouls there. Quique Salas just trying to outmuscle Brahim Diaz, but in the process was all over him like a rash. Here's Vinicius on the left wing, midway inside the Sevilla half. Cuts infield on his right foot, tries to cut a pass over to the far side, but straight to Lucas Ocampos, and now saw it. And Ramos on the edge of his own box. Navas on the right hand side, under pressure by Vinicius. He loses it to Vinicius. Now Rodrigo, left corner of the penalty area, cuts inside. Navas comes back well to make the tackle, but with a concession of a corner there. So corner kick to Real Madrid, the first of the evening for either side. Or 18 minutes here, listening to La Liga Sunday night action here live on Flash Score UK. Mark Strange getting you through this one. So far it's Real Madrid who've had a goal disallowed by VAR, 0, and Sevilla 0. Kroos is over to take this corner. Vinicius is short if he wants the option. Navas is there trying to put them off that option, but he does go short. 1-2 back to Kroos. Back to the edge of the box for Diaz, but a training ground move, scoops it in, flicked over his own bar, or did Nyland keep it in? He did. Thought in this area maybe flicked it out for another corner, but Sevilla's Norwegian stopper got his hands to it, but they're a bit quick to try and get away, and it's a throw in now on the right to Real Madrid. The rhythm of this game really isn't flowing so far. Between fouls and some misplaced passes, amongst other things. Antonio Rüdiger wasn't happy, by the way, at that corner. Felt he was being held by Loic Dade. Maybe he has a point, but not seen by the referee, and that's what matters. Here's Rüdiger now on halfway. Back in the side after an injury layoff there. Right, Fernandez in the centre circle. 20 minutes gone here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 0, Sevilla 0. Kroos to Diaz, who is unfortunate enough to run into Sergio Ramos, who is a brick wall there. Ball played forward by Salas, looking for Endesiri, but Lunin in all lime green comes out there, and Not the most convincing clearance. He's half volleys that into touch. So if it's a rugby game, that's a territorial gain for Sevilla for sure. Throw in taken quickly there. Sai on Campos. Sumare, nice touch, but Sai didn't quite read him, and Real Madrid can come away. But Diaz is now robbed by Salas. And there's a pass over on the far side for Navas, who's getting forward now, about 30 yards from goal. Torres is overlapping, he finds him. Torres, first time ball into the middle. When Nasiri went up for a header and then fell over, and are coming together there between Gibril Sai and Andre Lunin. Sai had his foot up there trying to go for that ball. As Real Madrid's stopper was getting to it, they shake hands, and that'll be all there is to it. Initially, in Nasiri, he felt he was pushing his back by Rüdiger. Vasquez went to nod it back to his goalkeeper, and I think Sai is well within his rights to go for that. Antonio Rüdiger didn't agree, but perhaps his boot was a little bit high. But I was going to say no harm, no foul, but there was no harm, but yes, there was a foul. So free kick taken by Lunin inside his own 6-yard box. Now Kroos on the left hand touchline digged one out, as he so often does. Lovely pass down the line. Two players could have gone for that, but it's Vinicius, left hand corner. Rodrigo's in the middle. Vinicius looks for him. Too long for him, and not long enough for Vasquez and Diaz arriving at the back post. Vinicius there just didn't really pick out his options very well. Sai, that was risky. Almost overran that one, but gets the pass away to Campos, who immediately sends it laterally the whole way across the other side of the pitch to Jesus Navas. Bade and Torres and Navas, who's still in the same position as he was when he got the ball. That's a ball to nobody. Fernandez cushions a header down to Tchouameni. Midway inside the Sevilla half now. Romero slips as he tries to tackle the Frenchman, but he's still going. And he's forcing Tchouameni back into his own half. And that's Rüdiger. Kroos out into the left touchline for Mendy, midway inside the Sevilla half. Nice ball there to Rodrigo on the left touchline. Lovely skill to find Vinicius. Even better skill from him. He flicks that one over the head of Oliver Torres and then spreads it out right to Diaz. That's a heavy touch from Brahim Diaz, but he still holds off the challenge of Campos. And it's Vasquez on the right wing, line the edge 18-yard box, or Campos deflects out for a throw-in, which Vasquez throws into the feet of Valverde. Right hand corner of the box, Federico Valverde. Diaz back to Valverde. I thought about a shot, but instead we'll just roll it back to Tchouameni, who goes back even further to Rüdiger. Fernandez midway inside the Sevilla half, out on the left wing for Mendy, in line with the edge 18-yard box. The Frenchman goes back inside to Rodrigo, tries to evade Sumare and plays a nice pass out to Tchouameni instead. Now on the right hand touchline is Vasquez. Nice ball into Diaz on the edge of the box. He tries to scoop up the top for Rodrigo, well read by Salas, and he hooks it out for a throw in on the right hand side to Real Madrid, which Vasquez is over to take quickly short to Diaz, and now back to Tchouameni midway inside the Sevilla half. 23 minutes gone here at the Santiago Bernabéu. Real Madrid 0, Sevilla 0, live on Flash Score UK. Mark Strange here with you. Kroos now to Mendy. Vinicius, left hand corner of the penalty area, dancing around some Sevilla players. He's been good footwork, but well stuck at it there by Oliver Torres, and now he'll try and clear from deep inside his own half, and does so. Nearly falls into the bank of stewards there in front of the stand, but he composed himself. Now it's Navas on the edge of his own box. Back to Torres and Nasiri, and he tries to open it up wide, and you can see what he was trying to do, but his teammates didn't quite read him, and Rüdiger will come back for it midway inside his own half. Scrappy game so far. Real Madrid just edging it. Have had the ball in the net, but disallowed on recommendation of VAR by for foul from Nacho Fernandez and Youssef En-Nesyri in the build-up, which robbed Lucas Vasquez of first goal of the season. Now here's Rodrigo jinking in out, right hand corner of the penalty area. Now to Vinicius, he scoops it in. There's Vasquez arriving again, but Campos holds him off, and Vasquez is adjudged to have fouled him, so that's a free kick to Sevilla just on the edge of their own box, which will just do nothing but add to the frustrations of Real Madrid. And that during that VAR check, their usually cool, calm and collected manager Carlo Ancelotti picked up a booking for his protest. Our referee Isidro Diaz de Mera didn't quite like it, and well, there was a little bit of spice out of this fixture yesterday when Sevilla announced that they were reporting Real Madrid, and namely Real Madrid TV, the club's in-house media channel, for Basically bringing the game into disrepute with some of their comments about the referee. I think insinuating that, perhaps the Real Madrid's club media was trying to put some undue pressure on the referee with some disparaging remarks. And Sevilla have said they've reported it to the Spanish Football Federation. Salas, and that dreadful pass to nobody there. Throw in Real Madrid just inside the Sevilla half on the right, which Vasquez takes and gets back from Valverde. He's been quite quiet in this first half, the Uruguayan. Madrid will be looking to get him in the game more often. Making some nice, neat passing triangles at the moment there at Los Blancos. Tchouameni. Now Diaz on the right wing, midway inside the Sevilla half. He rolls it back to Fernandez in the centre circle. And now Mendy is in space on the left hand side. Back to Kroos. He's back in the centre circle for Rüdiger. Diaz, Real Madrid. As I said earlier, they're so good at this, but just trying to pass Sevilla into submission here. Rüdiger again on halfway, forward to Kroos, the two Germans. Now he's out on the left hand touchline with Rodrigo. Nice 1-2 between he and Mendy, but he's robbed of the ball, and Sevilla will come away again. Torres and Soumare, they were playing a bit of a risky game, and that's back in the penalty area with Bade. Whoa, even riskier game. He jinks past Rodrigo inside his own box and will then come away with it. There's Salas. Back to his captain Sergio Ramos, approaching the half-hour mark here at the Estadio Santiago Bernabéu. Lovely pass from Ramos to pick out Jesus Navas on the far touchline. Sevilla determined to pass away out of trouble. That's the Quique Sanchez Flores way. Lovely ball there down the right for Torres, but a good interception by Kroos. But a throw in to Sevilla on the right hand touchline on halfway. Right in front of Carlo Ancelotti. He's dishing out some instructions, but we'll have to be careful the rest of the game. So picking up an early booking for his protest against the disallowed goal. There's Soumare, dreadful touch, and he gives it straight back to Rodrigo. There's Fernandez, and now Valverde midway inside his own half has options in white streaking ahead of him. One of them is Diaz, but he comes short for it. And now Tchouameni. Kroos on halfway, nice ball out left to find Rodrigo. Vinicius back to Rodrigo, edge of the box, hurdles the challenge by Bade, still going but can't get past Navas. Good tackle from the former Manchester City man, and Soumare gives it to Torres, who initially thought about trying to play in the series, but instead plays a safer pass to Bade. He comes up over halfway, and a sliding tackle there by Vinicius catches the Frenchman. That's a free kick to Sevilla. Real Madrid are going to have another Galactico in their ranks next season, if reports are believed. Kylian Mbappé appears to be all but confirmed he'll be playing his club football at the Bernabeu next season. Scary thought for defences up and down Spain next season, with Rodrigo, Vinicius, Mbappé, Bellingham, amongst others. There's a good ball forward for Rodrigo, left hand corner of the penalty area. It's chased out there by Bade. Cut infield on his right foot, good work, lovely back heel. Finds Vinicius, who's overlapping. He gets to the byline, skips past Torres, and then tries to curl one into the back post, but over the head of Valverde, and Nyland was happy to watch it sail wide. So Real Madrid won. The man really who has come in for Jude Bellingham since the Englishman's injury has been Brahim Diaz, and he's been in fine form. The Manchester City Academy graduate, formerly at Milan as well. He's been a more than capable deputy for the mercurial Englishman. Goal kick sent forward by Nyland, and for a throw in to Sevilla, midway inside the Real Madrid half, so that's a good territorial gain for the visitors. Campos will lob it back to the halfway line for Ramos. He finds Romero, who's come deep for it, midway inside his own half, midway inside the Real Madrid half. 1-2 between Ramos and Torres, and pressing from Real Madrid, forcing Sevilla backwards into their own half. They'll be looking to get that ball forward again into the Real Madrid half, but instead Ramos goes back to his goalkeeper. So such was the pressure from the Los Blancos defence. They're forced to go all the way back and then give the ball away. Here's Rüdiger now on the edge of his own box. Tchouameni to Vasquez. Now Fernandez midway inside his own half. Kroos to Mendy over halfway. Vinicius looking for the return of Mendy, well read there by Jesus Navas, who has had a very solid opening half hour or so here for Sevilla in that sort of right wing back position that he's been occupying. He's had all sorts of players running down his channel, but he's dealt with them all evenly. Torres now, nice ball in the feet there to find Sau, and then he gives it back to Torres, who sprays out left to a Campos on the left hand side, midway inside Real Madrid's half. He turns away from Diaz. His pass is a bit loose, but Ramos will mop it up. Now Sumare. Back to Ramos, and just it's frustrating to watch this from Sevilla because they do a lot of stuff right, and then it just, when they get the ball forward, all they want to do is go backwards again. So I'm sure there's method to the madness, but frustrating to watch from a neutral's point of view. Here's Campos midway inside the Real Madrid half now. Maybe they'll prove me why they're doing it now. Navas and loads of room on the right. Gets the cross in over the head of, it goes down as Romero. Romero at the back post went down under the challenge of Vasquez. The referee says no. And eventually the ball goes out for a throw in on the far side. Well, Lucas Vasquez maybe a lucky boy there. Sau was the one who initially looked closest to the cross, that he went over his head, and then when Isaac Romero and Lucas Vasquez at the back post were jostling, the Sevilla striker went down, but nothing doing, says the referee. Advantage played now though as Kroos was pulled back, but his ball finds Mendy in loads of space on the left hand side, over halfway. Now it's with Rodrigo. He cuts infield under his right foot, still going Rodrigo. Makes it to the penalty area and then knocks out wide for Vinicius. He scoops one in the middle. Ramos headed away from right in front of his goalkeeper. Sau and Diaz challenging. Sau goes down, nothing doing, but away comes Bade, and he's fouled by Kroos, who is livid and will immediately get a booking for his troubles. That's exactly what the referee should be doing. Toni Kroos is frustrated, I understand, but he has got to calm down here. Toni Kroos, he has completely lost the rag. He's still going. His former teammate Sergio Ramos is trying to calm him down a bit. You can see Kroos actually does turn his body away from Bade, and you can maybe see why he's so frustrated, but he's roaring in the referee's face, and rightly so. He gets a booking for his trouble. As a stony face, Isidro Diaz de Mera dishes out the card to the experienced German. Good to see it too. Here is Kroos now. He appears to have calmed down after his tantrum, and I can't call it anything less than that. Mendy on the left. In the centre circle now is Tchouaméni. Now Valverde plays a good ball down the right hand side, looking for the overlap run of Vasquez. Salas is with him and gets a touch on the cross, which Ramos can bring down. Almost lost it to Rodrigo, but Sumare will bring it away. And now here come Sevilla down the left with Ocampos. Over halfway now, the Argentinian Lucas Ocampos. And he'll find Navas, who has Torres overlapping on his right. Midway inside the Real Madrid half now is Boubacar Sumare. Torres on the right touchline, back to Jesus Navas. Bade now, still inside the Real Madrid half. Side to Torres. Side continues his run. If Torres can find him, he can. Right hand corner of the penalty area is cut back though. Too short for Isaac Romero, and Aurelien Tchouaméni was able to get in there. Fernandez heads it away after Sai tries to poke it back into the danger zone. And Mendy with a risky pass to Valverde, who then hooks it on to Vasquez, who can't get away from Ocampos. Valverde will, though. It's all very scrappy here, but Real Madrid have somehow come away with it. Diaz now on halfway. Vasquez falls over and nearly knocks his own teammate over, and Ramos, goodness me, what a tackle. Diaz has stayed down, but that was as clean as a whistle. I think Ramos maybe just went right through the Real Madrid attacker. Just don't make them like Sergio Ramos anymore. It's the oldest of old school, just got his body in the way, got his foot in on the ball, and Diaz, I think, winded himself on Ramos. He's back on his feet now. Here's Kroos. Rodrigo left corner of the box, wriggles away from a tackle. Looks for Mendy's up there, but there's Ramos again, having an excellent return to the Bernabeu this evening. Now Valverde on the right midway inside the Sevilla half. Vasquez, Diaz, Vasquez, back to Valverde, a little passing triangle on the right hand side for Real Madrid, and then they'll go inside to Tchouaméni. They let him in their little game. To Kroos. Right left now to Vinicius on the left corner of the penalty area. Mendy's still up there, but looks a little bit lost and rolls it back to Kroos. He'll open things up there. Vasquez with the ball in. It's a good one, but it's too long, and Bade headed away, and Navas has to flick it out for a throw-in. Yep, the spin on the ball took it out for a throw instead of a corner. And Vinicius will leave it for Ferland Mendy to take, who will immediately get play going by rolling it back to his captain Fernandez. Now Kroos on the left-hand side, midway inside the Sevilla half. Vinicius now, he's dangerous on the ball. Vinicius Jr. still going, goes to ground under challenge by Bade, but that's another good solid tackle there, this time by the Frenchman. And under pressure he gets the ball away, but not very far through in the Real Madrid. Kroos with it at his feet on the left wing. Good, now look at this tackle. That's super. Great defensive work from Loic Bade. Diaz on the right hand corner of the penalty area. Good footwork with Diaz back into Tchouaméni. Oh, in the side netting. I think some in the stadium thought that was in. Already, and Tchouaméni's effort was deflected wide. And Brahim Diaz asked for more from this Bernabeu crowd. The roof is closed in here this evening on this majestic arena. It's got a bit of a facelift over the summer. There's Kroos, as we see Tchouaméni and Rüdiger standing so close that Tchouaméni's actually resting his head on Rüdiger's back. Yeah, I assume that's part of the plan, and not because Tchouaméni's got tired all of a sudden. 5 minutes to half time. This corner now. It's going to be delivered by Federico Valverde. Actually, Toni Kroos will deliver it on the right hand side. Good header away there by Oliver Torres it was. Back out to Kroos on the right wing. Has time to set himself and deliver a good ball in there. But it's Romero at the back post. Sevilla have been sturdy at the back, to say the least, today. Campos loses. There's bodies falling over the place, and the free kick has gone to Real Madrid. I really wasn't sure what way Isidro Diaz de Mera was going to point there, but it's a free kick, Real Madrid. Fairly central, about 30 yards from goal. They've taken it quickly and it's out under the left touch here for Vinicius. Kroos thought about a shot, but instead will try and play it wide, but it hits Tchouaméni on the way and ricochets in the path of Vasquez, who will recover on halfway. Takes a bit of sting out of the attack, but Madrid still have the ball. Sure didn't take any sting out of Aurélien Tchouaméni's stomach as it hit deflected off him. That was bound to hurt. Here's Vinicius now. On the left touchline, he's reduced things to a walking pace here, but now introduces Ferland Mendy. Kroos back to Mendy, who's found a pocket of space there, about 25 yards to go now to Vinicius, approaching the byline on the left. Good ball in there, but well read by Salas. He gets it away in front of, he goes in front of Rodrigo there. And Nassiri a bit frustrated at himself, he couldn't intercept the pass. Now it's Brahim Diaz on the right wing. Diaz, well intercepted by Salas. He's been solid as well here. And Romero trying to come away. Clean as a whistle challenge there, but Brahim Diaz wins it back though. And now Real Madrid are on the front foot again. Vinicius on the left wing. Rolls it back into Kroos. Now Vinicius on the edge of the box, left hand corner of the box. Good footwork, he's still going. Can he get to before the byline? He can! Oh, and the ball lands on the roof of the net. Lucas Vasquez doing a few pull-ups on the crossbar there. I thought that might have taken a deflection, but no. Vinicius just digging that one out before he got to the byline. Lovely footwork. He's just superb with the ball at feet, getting past both Djibril Sai and Jesus Navas there, and indeed, yep, his little dink back was deflectionless. So goal kick it is. Orjan Nilan to take it in front of the Real Madrid supporters behind that goal, all dressed in white. And now Nilan, all in yellow, sends that one forward with his right foot. Campos wins a good header above Rüdiger. Not too many do that, but well done by Lucas Campos. Now Navas looks to send it in behind for Nassiri. He gets a head onto it, but nothing more, and Lunin will come out and claim the second ball. And immediately bowls it out around to Kroos. So Real Madrid looking to get something going. We're in the last couple of minutes of the opening 45 here. Goalless at the Estadio Santiago Bernabéu. Sevilla will be much the happier with that. If it were to stay that way going into half time. Valverde now into Diaz. Real Madrid dominating possession, but Sevilla have been rock solid so far. This will test them. Vasquez cuts it back. It's poor. It's behind everybody, and Oliver Torres can volley it away. And Nassiri now. He's out right, finds Torres, but the pass is too heavy, and that's a bit disappointing there from Sevilla. And they might have a chance to get forward, but instead now they've pinned themselves in again. Kroos 1-2 with Rodrigo and tries to dance around Torres, and he's fouled by Torres. That looked a little bit soft, but given nonetheless by our referee. That's Rodrigo on the left hand corner of the penalty area, rolls it back in field to Kroos, around 30 yards from goal. He sprays one out right to find Lucas Vasquez, who's passed to Brahim Diaz, invites Djibril Sai in, who wins the sliding tackle, but Tchouaméni will go and recycle the ball in the centre circle. But Sevilla again frustrating, and again Sai intercepts, and now Torres in the series on his bike ahead of him, as is Romero. Here's Romero in the series now, miles offside, that's no help, so he rolls it back into Sai in this centre circle for Soumare, he can stretch his legs and then finds Romero. Back to Soumare and 30 yards up from goal, fairly central. He's got options out to his left, he uses them. One of those is Ocampos, and here he is. Nice overlapping run there from Romero into the left corner now, followed there by Tchouaméni and Vasquez, and between the two of them they rob the young striker, and Rüdiger and Kroos can bring it away. So we'll see very shortly what sort of added time we'll have at the end of this first half. One that's been goalless so far. Real Madrid had the ball in the net just before 10 minutes. Lucas Vasquez thought he had his first goal of the season, but brought back for a foul by Nacho Fernandez in the build-up. Meanwhile, just before that, Youssef En-Nesyri had a great chance, but composure let him down. He put it wide from 8 yards. Here is the Moroccan now coming forward, approaching the penalty area. Runs straight into Toni Kroos. That's disappointing. And Real Madrid have it back. Outside of that, to be honest with you folks, it's been fairly bitty and stagnated and very broken up game. Lots of niggly fouls and loose passing, and really some staunch defensive work from Sevilla to keep this one goalless. Other than that one that Vasquez put in the net, he thought he had the opener. There hasn't really been a save to make for Orjan Nilan. At the other end, two for Andre Lunin. So both teams, I'd say, Real Madrid dominating possession, but both will be looking for more attacking intent in the second half. We're now into stoppage time, and quite how much there is, we don't know yet. 4 it is, so another 4 minutes for somebody to try and get on the board before the break. Tchouaméni's going to try and do it for Real Madrid here now. He dances away from Soumaré and tries to cut it back, deflected and into the gloves of Nyland. That doesn't really count as a save whenever it deflects off your own defender. Good skill there from Tchouaméni, a bit of a Cruyff turn to get away from his French compatriot Boubakary Soumaré, with his cross deflecting off the knee of Djibril Sow and into his goalkeeper's arms. Torres now to Navas, who immediately sends it back to Loic Bade with some interest. Sergio Ramos, Torres, onto the touchline for Ocampos. Sow. A lovely flick there from Ocampos, who's had a good return from injury today. That's a very unhelpful pass from Romero and is clattered, but Salas is still going here for Sevilla. Great sliding tackle by Valverde on him though, and now Toni Kroos will try and come away. He slips, but in Toni Kroos fashion he still picks out Ferland Mendy, who bombs forward now towards the penalty area. Oh, what an interception by Bade. Loic Bade just sticking a leg out right at the right time, as otherwise Mendy would have put Rodrigo in behind. Sevilla looking for a foul there, nothing doing, so Kroos is now with Rodrigo around 30 yards from goal, central. He rolls it out right to Valverde. He's going to hit one from range and had to be tipped over the bar by Nyland. I thought that one might have been going over, but the long range effort from Federico Valverde dipped there at the last, and that forced Orjan Nyland to get a glove on that one and send it into the Real Madrid fans behind. So a good effort there by Federico Valverde, who has undoubtedly been growing frustrated watching his teammate trying to break Sevilla down, and thought, I'll have a go. Corner taken by Kroos, header one by Rüdiger, but not good contact, spins away from goal, but Vinicius will chase it into the corner. Now Tchouaméni, good tackle on him by Ocampos, throw in Real Madrid right in the corner, which Vinicius is over to take. Valverde, oh, nice ball, finds Vinicius in space, clips one into the back post. There's Vasquez and loads of room. A Sevilla man's down, and it's a free kick. I don't know who's down, but I think whoever it was caught by Antonio Rüdiger. I think it's Quique Salas. Oh, well. Antonio Rüdiger, well, he was incensed earlier whenever Ocampos' arm caught the face of Lucas Vasquez, and, well, to me that one looks worse. Rüdiger looks like he has put his elbow towards the face of Quique Salas. I think that's what Sergio Ramos is trying to say, but our referee's having none of it. But yeah, Antonio Rüdiger, a little bit hypocritical of you, I might say. It wasn't too clever, but he gets away with it, and it's a free kick to Sevilla as we enter the last of the 4 minutes added on here. Sent long by Nyland. Campos tries to get a touch, but he'll bounce out of play for a throw in Real Madrid midway inside their own half. And here is the rather sheepish Mr. Rüdiger on the edge of his own 6-yard box. He rolls it out left to Mendy. Just seconds to go in this first half for Real Madrid to try to break down this so far stoic Sevilla defence. Kroos, a lovely pass out right there to find Valverde, invites him forward. Valverde in behind looking for Diaz. It'll be too long for him. Vasquez might get there, but super work by Salas. Throw in Real Madrid right in the corner. Last chance to Lunin if they want one before the break. Vasquez has it. Ball in the back of the net early through Lucas Vasquez, but it was brought back for a foul in the build-up by Nacho Fernandez, which you can see Lucas Vasquez actually going over to talk to the referee. He can't still be talking about that one, but disallowed. Before that, Youssef En-Nesyri, his usual composure let him down when Isaac Romero found him with a beautiful ball. Since then, Sevilla have largely been camped in their own half, but their defence has been stoic so far, restricting Real Madrid to half chances and a long-range effort from Federico Valverde that Orjan Nyland tipped over the bar. So, at the break here at the Estadio Santiago Bernabéu, it's Santiago Bernabéu, referee Isidro Diaz de Mara, and he gets us back underway here. Sevilla kicking off in the second half, playing right to left in their away strip, black shirts, black shorts, blue socks with a bit of blue and pink design on the shirts, and Real Madrid of course in all white. The first half, well, it's goalless here in the Spanish capital after Lucas Vázquez thought he had the opener after 10 minutes but ruled out after there was a foul on Youssef En-Nesyri from Nacho Fernandez, adjudged in the build-up, caught by VAR, and the referee agreed. And for Sevilla, well, En-Nesyri had their only real chance in the first half. It was a good one, a super ball across goal by his strike partner Isaac Romero, and the usually clinical Moroccan couldn't quite finish. Other than that, Real Madrid have dominated possession but have been forced back by a stoic Sevilla defence. Here they come in the attack now. Vinicius to the byline, cross deflected off the back of Navas, and Soumare gets it away, and Torres now on the ball. So starting lineups are the exact same here in the second half, so no subs. So in Real Madrid it's Andre Lunin in goal, across the back Lucas Vázquez, Nacho Fernandez, Antonio Rüdiger and Ferland Mendy. Midfield in Federico Valverde, Toni Kroos, Aurelien Tchouameni and Brahim Diaz, with Rodrigo partnering his Brazilian countryman. Vinicius Jr. up front for Sevilla, and there's Orjan Nyland in goal. Across the back, Jesus Navas, Loic Bade, Sergio Ramos and Quique Salas, Oliver Torres and Lucas Ocampos providing the width, Boubakary, Soumare and Djibril Sarr in the middle. As I mentioned there, Isaac Romero and Youssef En-Nesyri. Up front for Quique Sanchez Flores' men. So here's Kroos, who was booked for having a bit of a temper tantrum with the referee in the first half. He rolls it out left to Mendy, and now here's Vinicius to Mendy in line with the edge of the 18-yard box on the left touchline. Back to Rodrigo, left corner of the box. He's looking for Diaz, holding off Ramos, but his little flick only goes as far as Soumare. And now En-Nesyri finds Soumare again, and Sevilla perhaps on the break. Good sliding challenge from Valverde, and Rüdiger nips in before En-Nesyri to steer it back to Lunin, who's in all lime green, and Orjan Nyland on the other end, all in yellow. So here's Rüdiger striding forward, has options ahead of him. Vázquez was going up the flank there, but Rüdiger just chose to roll it short and then gives an apologetic hand to Vázquez. We didn't see him until it was too late. Here's Mendy on the left, midway inside the Sevilla half. Can Real Madrid break them down there? Real Madrid 5 clear of Barcelona in second, 6 clear of Girona in third. They play tomorrow night though against Rayo Vallecano, who held Real Madrid to 1-1 draw last week. So Real Madrid starting to put a bit of daylight between themselves and the chasing pack. They could well be reeled in quickly if they have a second draw in a row. Here's Valverde on the right hand side. Diaz cuts it back to Valverde off the foot of the post, and Bade puts it behind for a corner. Not the most powerful shot in the world from Federico Valverde, but it caught Nyland off balance. It struck the foot of the post. In fact, I think he went for it with his right foot and ended up hitting his left shin off the foot of the post, and Bade steers it behind for a corner, which Toni Kroos is going to take here now. A right-footed outswinger from the German. So close to opener for Real Madrid. 4 minutes into the second half. In it comes. Headed up into the air by Salas. Nyland will come for it and claims very well the Norwegian. And he bowls it out sidearm there to Soumare down the right-hand side, but not many options in black, blue and pink ahead of him. One of them is Romero, who then plays a nice ball behind and looking for either a Campos or end the series. Tchouameni was struggling and Lunin had to come out of his goal and steal that one out for a throw-in. So bit end to end here in the opening of the second half, and Real Madrid a post's width away from taking the lead. Federico Valverde so unlucky. Real Madrid, anything other than a defeat tonight, will see their unbeaten run the league go to 20 games. Their last defeat coming back on the 24th of September in the Madrid derby at the Metropolitano on the other side of the city. They're also unbeaten, 17 at home. So a real proud record to protect here tonight. Salas, good ball in, and Lunin jumps and claims that one really well with Romero lurking. Excellent goalkeeping from the Ukrainian, who, as I mentioned in the first half, he was a backup to Thibaut Courtois last year when the Belgian went down at the start of the year. Real Madrid went out and got Kepa from Chelsea. And he played the first part of the season, really was number one, but Lunin, fair play to him, has stuck around and has usurped Kepa, who's been relegated to the bench as of late. Rodrigo coming forward, and Navas gets it away with a heavy touch from Rodrigo. Here's Valverde, who nods the clearance into the path of Toni Kroos. Back to Valverde, 30 yards from goal. Now to Lucas Vazquez, right hand corner of the box, faced up by Campos, but he finds Diaz. Tries to get to the byline, chased there by Salas, and Salas goes down at the byline. It's going to be a goal kick, the two of them. Both Diaz and Salas have both ended up in a heap on the goal line, but the referee sees no foul either way and gives a goal kick to Sevilla. It was good strong defending with Salas, and he actually he was swinging there as if he was about to clear it, and Diaz caught him. If anything, it was a Sevilla free kick, but they're happy enough with the goal kick. But look at that one from Valverde again. He really didn't catch it well at all. He tried to sort of swipe it into the far corner, but the instep was right foot, completely miscued. It came off his left shin, but still just a post's width away from giving Real Madrid the lead. Nyland's goal kick goes long, but to nobody in particular, and out for a throw-in, which Vazquez will give to Rüdiger. And here's Kroos, now approaching halfway. Rolls it out to Federico Valverde. A nice 1-2 with Vazquez, but just bumped out of it there by Sai, and Campos will come away with it. Now Soumare. Ramos on the edge of the box. Clips on forward, but acrobatically intercepted by Valverde. Now here's Vazquez to Rodrigo on the edge of the box. Rodrigo's going to hit one low, and Nyland did well to hold that one. It just bounced in front of him. Those are so often the awkward ones for goalkeepers, but Nyland stuck with that one. And he rolls it out superbly to find Torres, who in turn then plays out left to Campos, and Sevilla are swarming forward here. Campos is in the penalty area, left hand side, gets it in. Romero, what a save by Lunin. Romero on the volley, and Andre Lunin with a reaction save to turn it behind. Another great chance there for Sevilla. Super goalkeeping by Lunin, a wonderful counter-attack from Sevilla, started by Nyland. Torres then out left to Campos with a cross with the outside of his right boot, and Ramos met it with the laces on the volley, and Lunin touches it behind for a corner. Great stop. Oliver Torres now is going to take this corner, right-footed in-swinger, but not before Isidro Diaz de Mera is unhappy with him pushing a shove. And here it comes now, and headed up into the air by Salas, and that'll land behind the goal. So nothing comes of it, but wonderful counter-attack there. Campos' cross, picking out Romero, who made contact with it in mid-air, and you see the replay again, it comes off the knee of Andre Lunin and behind. Great reactions from the Ukrainian. Now Vinicius tries to get past Jesus Navas, but His touch is too heavy, and that's behind for a goal kick. And really, that sort of summed up his evening so far. Vinicius Junior, plenty of effort going in, but the output isn't quite there. He's played 7 minutes of the second half, an entertaining one so far. We've seen Real Madrid hit the post, and a wonderful save at the other end from Andre Lunin to deny Sevilla. And Nilan will send this goal kick long, right-footed, way up there over the halfway line, over the head of Romero and Valverde, and Vasquez can take it on the thigh. But I feel sorry for the Real Madrid right back. He thought he had his first goal of the season earlier, but VAR suggested otherwise. And here's Rodrigo, has Vinicius ahead of him, chooses to ignore, but still going. Rodrigo, defender slips, Rodrigo, and nearly looking for the top corner and wide. He did the hard part, Rodrigo. I think it might even have been Sergio Ramos who usually slipped right in front of him and gave him the opportunity just to keep on running. Great footwork is indeed Ramos, and then Rodrigo trying from the edge of the box and wasn't far away from picking out the corner. I tell you, Nilan wasn't getting near it if it was on target, but wide of the mark, and it stays goalless. But the start of this second half has certainly been a lot more cohesive on both sides. The first half was quite bitty and broken up, but so far sides probably with better chances in the first 10 minutes this second half than there was in the whole first half. As Oliver Torres fouls Toni Kroos and then helps him to his feet midway inside the Real Madrid half. Kroos takes the free kick. We're getting another look at that Rodrigo chance. Ooh, he's close. He's really close. The Real Madrid fans behind the goal knew it too there, heads and hands. Here is Rodrigo again out onto the left touchline for Vinicius, approaching the left corner of the penalty area. Has Mendy overlapping, but he'll keep going inside. Vinicius finds Valverde, his flick looking for Vasquez, only finds with Campos, but he loses it. Now it's back with Diaz to the byline. Vinicius in space in the penalty area, left footed. Oh, what a save by Nilan. It comes to Mendy, he tries to let it off for Kroos, but the Sevilla defender gets in the way. It's deflected back to Tchouaméni. Oh, and Valverde's robbed there by En-Nesyri coming from nowhere. Nacho though wins it back. Now Tchouaméni. Real Madrid are getting closer and closer here. Good save there by Nilan. Now it comes back to Vinicius. Oh, the pass from Vasquez is too long. Now it's a throw in to Real Madrid as Vinicius asks for more from the crowd there. Vinicius given way too much room in the box. Had time to set himself, take a touch and have the shot. Might be a bit disappointed that he didn't make Nilan work more there. It's a good diving save from the Norwegian, but really the one he should have been saving. See if he did, and Sevilla somehow survived the scramble afterwards. Now Mendy on the left flank over halfway. Real Madrid in the ascendancy at the moment, but don't forget we had that chance after the break here from Isaac Romero that, but for the knee of Andre Lunin, we could have been looking at 1-0 Sevilla, or well, you can also say Federico Valverde hit the post, so you could be looking at 1-0 Real Madrid, but a much more entertaining and fluid opening to this second half than we got for pretty much all the first. And here's Vinicius on the left touchline, cuts in field. Rodrigo now looks for Vinicius again, finds him. Vinicius cuts it back. Salas with a crucial interception that just taps it behind with Mendy lurking after Vasquez touched it in the first half. The other fullback was there. Now Real Madrid taking a quick corner before Sevilla can react. Vinicius short to Kroos, back to Vinicius, left hand corner of the penalty. He's going to try one wide. And after all of that, Vinicius puts it wide. That's disappointing from the Brazilian. But a crucial interception there by Quique Salas, as Vinicius tried to tee up Mendy. Good link up between Rodrigo and Vinicius. His cutback. Diaz was lurking too. Mendy was closest, but Quique Salas stretching every last sinew to turn that one behind. And Vinicius again asking for more from this Bernabeu crowd, and they are reciprocating. Really good start to this second half for Real Madrid. Really entertaining. Kroos now has to come away, but well stopped there by Sau. And now Soumare in the centre circle finds Torres. He rolls it out right there for Jesus Navas, the former Manchester City man, of course. Rodrigo Now midway inside the Sevilla half, approaching the penalty area, skips past one challenge, back to Vinicius, good tackle by Sai. Ooh, the ball deflecting off Salas before landing in Nieland's arms. That's claims of a handball there against Quique Salas, but play on so far. Now it's come off his thigh. You can see the replay. He's going to be quite lucky, but off his thigh indeed. Here's Kroos, takes it over halfway. Now Vinicius, left hand corner of the box, scoops into the back post looking for Diaz. Right idea, too long, and it's going to spin out of play for a goal kick. So there's that lack of accuracy we spoke about in the first half coming back to haunt Real Madrid again. I don't think we're just getting another closer look at that one from Quique Salas. It just come off his thigh, nothing more. So absolutely no question there of any penalty kicks. So look at the Real Madrid bench today. They're missing a lot of bodies. Injuries and suspensions. Look at those ones missing today: Alaba, Bellingham, Camavinga, Carvajal, Joselu, Militao. Of course, he's a long-term absentee, as is Thibaut Courtois. Kroos now on the edge of the box. Tony Kroos looking for Rodrigo, too far, and Ramos, but can intercept, and away comes Sevilla, who themselves have injury problems. You look at their injury list: they've Acuna, Agum, Diaz, Gudel, Lamela, Bucapacchio and Marcao all missing, but here they come forward now. Navas and loads of room on the right. Left foot across into the back post. Rüdiger gets out above in this area. Campos tries to knot it down the edge of the box. Comes to Sai. And he's out right now. Navas out to Torres on the right wing. Oliver Torres. It's back from Navas. There's Navas now all the way back to Sumare on halfway. So as we hit the hour mark here at the Estadio Santiago Bernabéu, it is still Real Madrid 0, Sevilla 0, and the referee is going over to the sideline here, and well, Carlo Ancelotti, could he be in a bit of just spot of bother here? He got a yellow card early in the game to do with the disallowed goal. I can see him remonstrating with a fourth official down there. In fact, I think the referee is signalling that he's perhaps injured himself. Yeah, he's getting a massage on his calf here. Is Isidro Diaz de Mera, who was the subject pre-match of some chat when Sevilla announced yesterday that they had reported the Real Madrid in-house TV channel to Spanish Football Federation after some of their comments about the referee, some incendiary comments about this referee and refereeing in general in Spain. And Sevilla claimed perhaps they were trying to incite something there, but we are, I think, going to potentially see a change in referee here now. It's not something you see too often. I thought initially we were maybe looking at something happened on the sideline, but the referee is getting a bit of a rub down from one of the Real Madrid medics, and we can see that the fourth official is going to be taken over here. And that's that. Well, it doesn't happen too often, but it's about to happen here. While the referee is getting stripped off, and while Sergio De Maro is struggling with his calf, he's done for the evening. So the fourth official, I don't have a full team list that gives his name. I'll try and find that one out for you. We will be given that name shortly, but he is going to be drafted in. Now I don't know who is going where, I suppose. Is it whether the fourth official is going to go in as a linesman? Is the linesman going to go as the referee. Our referee, by the way, is Fernandez Buergo, is the fourth official, and we've got a name. I'll try and get you some information on him while we're waiting here. So, just waiting, just joining us here. Our referee Isidro Diaz de Mera has pulled up what looks like a calf injury. So we're going to see Carlos Fernandez Buergo. He's going to take over here. He was our fourth official. Taking his time to get himself ready here. So a rarity coming here. As the players just trying to keep warm here. Now we all get ourselves ready here. And it is indeed going to be Carlos Fernandez Buergo. Who, if my stats in front of me are correct, this may well be a first La Liga refereeing. For the referee, for Carlos Fernandez Buergo. So we're back underway here. So, more on him shortly, but we're back underway, and Vinicius Jr. is now chasing this ball down into the left corner. And cut it back there to Vasquez around 30 yards from goal. Now Tchouameni. Kroos. It's Vasquez again to Kroos. Once again, Real Madrid just popping the ball around nicely. And cross of Vinicius and just cut away there by Loic Bade. Kroos midway inside the Sevilla half. Clipped out there to Vinicius. Left hand corner of the penalty area now. Vinicius gets to the byline pass. Navas goes down. No foul given. Vinicius is still rolling around there at the byline. But nothing doing, says our new referee Carlos Fernandez Buergo. Clean tackle to me. I think that's a good decision from the referee. Here come Real Madrid forward again. Rodrigo into Vinicius, lays off the Mendy edge of the box, blocked by Soumare, and well, Sevilla are remaining firm here. Staying firm here, Real Madrid starting to look more and more frustrated. That's a poor effort by Vinicius, just low and not very hard at all. Back at the feet of Niggly inside his own box, and well, I'm having a look here now for you, and I believe indeed that we are witnessing a La Liga refereeing debut from Carlos Fernandez Buergo today. He has done fourth official other games, most recently actually in Sevilla's 5-1 defeat to Girona in January. Now here comes Rodrigo coming forward. Navas dives, but he gets a shot away, and Niggly palms it away. Bade. Now to Ramos. He can't get it clear. So that's Vinicius into Diaz, intercepted by Salas. Valverde's going to bring it back. Real Madrid keep coming back here. Vasquez goes down the edge of the box under a challenge by Ocampos. And that's going to be a booking for Lucas Ocampos. So the first card for our referee today. The first Sevilla card. That joins Toni Kroos. Toni Kroos. That ball run for Vasquez, whose disallowed goal in 10 minutes seems a long time ago now. And Real Madrid have been frustrated since then. Rodrigo, Mendy and Vinicius, a little passing triangle now. Kroos, edge of the box for Valverde, turns it back to Tchouaméni, around 30 yards out. Looks for Diaz, but well intercepted by Salas. He's had an excellent game, Quique Salas. Socks round the calves, as he has done all evening, like his teammate Isaac Romero. Kroos digs out a lovely pass to find Rodrigo on the left touchline. Now Vinicius on the left and line with the edge 18-yard box. Back to Rodrigo, out to Vinicius. He rolls it back to Toni Kroos, who spreads it right looking for Valverde. It's too high for him though, and Ocampos will take it away in the chest. Now he'll get a chance to stretch the legs. Valverde is there trying to stop him, and he runs into Vasquez in the end, who did a good job of tracking back there. And now Real Madrid have it again. They're dominating possession, 70% of the ball to the hosts. Tchouaméni to Vasquez, cuts it back. Good block again by Salas. He's been excellent this evening. Cross from Vasquez, easily dealt with. Side foot volley into touch by Loic Bade. Throw in the Real Madrid around 20 yards from goal. On the right hand side, and as the camera cuts to Carlo Ancelotti on the bench, you can see Luka Modric getting ready behind him, looking for a little bit of flair to try and break down this rigid Sevilla defence, and that's what really has helped them in this unbeaten run of 4 games. They've kept clean sheets in their last 2, 0-0 away at Valencia and a 1-0 win over Atletico Madrid. Neither of those to be sniffed at. The other 2 with a 2-1 win and 1-1 draws. There's 2 goals conceded in the last 4 That is something that Quique Sanchez Flores has really made a priority of this Sevilla side. Tchouameni in, headed away by Ramos. Only as far as Diaz, right hand corner of the box. Cuts it back. Oh, and Mendy was waiting for it, and it just took a touch of Bade and took it away from him. Now here's En-Nesyri, who really has been pretty much a spectator this evening. Great sliding tackle though, coming back by Vinicius right on halfway, which has ended up with En-Nesyri on the ground, but perfectly timed. Although I think in his follow through he might have actually caught the Moroccan, but yeah, he's showing his calf to the referee, and Vinicius is over there. Vinicius trying to talk to the referee, and he's having none of it. We are indeed going to see Luka Modric, who's part of a fairly young bench for Real Madrid this evening. They're slightly lower in the amount of people on their bench. It's going to be Nacho Fernandez coming off, so the captain to be withdrawn here. Taking off the central defender for a central midfielder. I'm going to take a punt and say that they might drop Tchouameni into the back four there, and for Sevilla we're going to see Jesus Navas off and Juan Luis Sanchez on for them, and they're actually going to make a triple sub here. We're going to see Juan Lu on for Navas. Also coming off then is Isaac Romero, and the Tottenham looney Alejo Veliz is also on. And our final sub then is going to see Suso, formerly of Liverpool and Milan. He's coming on for Oliver Torres. So a triple sub for Sevilla to go with the singular one for Real Madrid. So to summarise after that little burst of action on the sidelines, we've got Luka Modric on for Nacho Fernandez in a quite clearly more attacking move for Real Madrid, and then for Sevilla it's a triple sub. So coming off then we've got Jesus Navas, Oliver Torres and Isaac Romero, and coming on for them then are Juan Luis Sanchez, Alejo Veliz and Suso. So just under 15 minutes to go, although I'd say we'll have a good chunk of added time after the injury to our referee, in case you missed it there just after the hour mark. Our referee Isidro Diaz de Mera was over to the sideline. Initially I wonder had somebody said something on the sideline, he's come to deal with them, but no, he was holding his calf muscle, so he's done himself a mischief there, the referee. And our fourth official, Carlos Fernandez Huergo. Well, welcome to La Liga, his first refereeing appearance. He's done a few games as a fourth official this season, but all of his other refereeing appearances he's never gone higher than the Segunda. So a top flight refereeing debut out of nowhere for him, so surely a day he'll remember. And something that I'm sure all referees and officials train for and are aware of, but we never think it's going to happen to you. But when he comes and really he's had it. His first actions was to book Lucas Ocampos for a foul on the edge of the box. That was Sevilla's first yellow of the night, and he'll always have Lucas Ocampos down in his scrapbook as the first top flight player he ever gave a booking to. So there we go. Suso now on the ball for Sevilla. Looking for Juan Lu, his fellow sub, but given away, and now Rodrigo de Vinicius, left hand corner of the penalty area, running at Suso and Juan Lu. Can the two subs deal with him? They can. Vinicius goes to ground, but Suso comes away with it. Poor pass though. Diaz gets in ahead of Sound, now crossing the edge of the box. Rolls it back to Mendy in line with the left hand side of the 18-yard box. Modric now with the first touch. Such a real great technician of a footballer. Can he be the one to pick this Sevilla lock, as they have been solid this evening? There's Alejo Veliz, the Tottenham loanee, against the former Tottenham man Modric. Pass looking for Diaz is cleared by Salas on the edge of the box. This one stays 0-0, or even better for Sevilla. Now he'd be one of my contenders for a man of the match. Now the referee saying that Real Madrid didn't take that free kick from the correct location. That's Vasquez 1-2 with Diaz on the right hand side, midway inside the Sevilla half. Ocampos is there with him, just to give a bit of a sense of how these teams have been going. Two forwards, Rodrigo and Youssef En-Nesyri. Rodrigo has made 41 passes to En-Nesyri's 12, but still goalless here at the Bernabeu. Kroos to Modric, who clips one out left to find Rodrigo. Good touch. It's actually Vinicius who leaves it for. Wanlu is there. Vinicius cuts it back, intercepted by Bade. Mendy will retrieve it on the left touchline, rolls it back into Modric, who took the captain's armband off. Nacho Fernandez incidentally, and is fouled by Valise. And that's going to be a free kick to Real Madrid, just roughly in line with the left hand side of the 18-yard box, about 25 yards from goal. He's coming off the bench, really hasn't made too many friends with the Real Madrid side as we look at him. And a bit of argy-bargy there with Toni Kroos. And now we're going to see the young Turkish attacker Arda Güler. He's about to make his entry, but in the meantime Kroos to the delivery, headed up the near by Salas. There he is again, and again he wins his second header above Rüdiger. Comes to Modric on the edge of the box. Tchouameni now around 30 yards out. What on earth he's doing trying to hit one from there, I'll never know. Deflected away. Right for a throw in offside, throw in midway inside the half. Modric now rolls it into Diaz, right hand corner of the penalty area, lovely run. Vasquez gets in behind to the byline, cuts it back, and there's Ramos to deflect it behind for a corner, and he and Vasquez come together for an embrace after that one. But now it's back to business here. 80 minutes gone, a corner for Real Madrid. Toni Kroos now with a right footer out swinging corner, headed away again. This time it's Eden Nasiri back doing some defensive work. Valverde picks it up deep in his own half, plays it to Kroos, now straight to Valise. He loses it though. Diaz, edge of the box, good footwork from Diaz. Now Rodrigo, Vasquez chases it into the corner. He's at the byline, Lucas Vasquez, there's Salas out with him, back to Diaz, right hand corner of the penalty area. Diaz picks out Kroos 30 yards from goal. Now Modric slightly further ahead of him. Kroos now on the left hand corner of the penalty area. Rodrigo, Modric, back to goal. Bade gets a touch in there when it comes to Kroos, despite Valise's efforts. Tchouameni. Valverde dinks one in there. Good header away by Bade. Modric again from the edge of the box. Modric! What a finish by Luka Modric off the bench. A long range effort in off the post. Nothing Orion Nilan can do about that one. I said, would Luka Modric be able to pick the Sevilla lock, and my goodness, how has he? That's not quite what I meant. He is probably brought on for his passing abilities, but a long range strike from the Croatian as he takes the adoration of the Bernabeu crowd in off the post. And it's another late show for Real Madrid as they take the lead 1-0, his first goal of the season, and that's what you call an impact sub from Carlo Ancelotti. Luka Modric off the bench just over 5 minutes, and he's thoroughly enjoyed that one. A great strike from the little Croatian. Came initially Valverde's ball in, headed away by Bade. Modric got there ahead of Soumare. Superb work to get out of his feet. Can't understate that. A lovely touch, took it away from Soumare and gave him a chance to swing his right boot at it. And he picked out the back of the net via the inside of the post. Nilan with a despairing dive. He's been good this evening, but he couldn't get close to that one, and the referee isn't going to rule this one out. 82 minutes gone, Real Madrid 1, Sevilla 0. Sevilla's resistance has been broken, and it's a long range strike from the Croatian Luka Modric. And well, I just said the referee can't disallow it. He's now surrounded by Sevilla players. Carlos Fernandez Huergo, the man who is drafted in here when our referee was injured. Ramos and Ocampos are remonstrating with him for something. What? I don't honestly know. Luka Modric isn't happy. It might be from the original ball in from Valverde. Rüdiger is offside, but Rüdiger doesn't go and compete for the ball. If that's what they're disallowing it for, then well, VAR will have failed us. No, we're back underway. Goal given. His second goal of the season. I apologize to Luka Modric, I was giving him one less than he already has. And it's given. Gonna say if that one was ruled out for Rüdiger being offside despite not getting near the ball, well, I don't know. But goal given, Luka Modric with a superb effort from outside the box, in off the post, and Real Madrid lead here now with 7 minutes to go, although I'm sure we'll have a big chunk of stoppage time given our change of referees midway through the game. Carlos Fernandez Buergo, our fourth official, was he started, but he'd come in for our referee Isidro Diaz de Mera whenever he went down with an injury. That's a poor pass from Ramos, looking for Salas, and well, Sergio, you can point at Salas all you like, but that's a poor pass, nothing more to it. And that's a throw in on the right hand side now from Vasquez. You look at the shots now, 13-3. Sevilla have had some good ones. You look at that one right back at the very start of the game, and then the series put it wide, and then at the beginning of the second half again, a lovely ball from Ocampos, picked out Romero with a flying volley, and only for Andre Lunin's knee turning it behind for a corner. It could be a very different game, but Real Madrid have had their chances. Goals disallowed, ball off the post, and they've finally broken Sevilla's resistance here, as Bade with a challenge on Rodrigo for the corner, and Rodrigo asks for more from the Bernabeu crowd, and he gets it, certainly from that corner that he's playing in. Not for the first time there, a Real Madrid player asking for more from the crowd. Now, I said to you before the goal there, Arda Güler was getting himself ready. Perhaps he's been sat down again after Modric's goal. I haven't quite seen him yet, so maybe we won't. Kroos is over to take the corner. Plays it short to Modric, left hand corner of the penalty area. Looks back for Kroos. Ooh, he gets to it, as does Suso. Kroos goes down, but that's a good challenge by Sevilla man. And in fact, there's actually going to be a free kick to Sevilla. It was offside. Kroos was offside whenever he came back to get the return pass from Modric. It's a good tackle from Suso in the end. Doesn't matter. Ball through from Salas, who has an excellent game. I said if it finished 0-0 or better for Sevilla, he'd be a contender for man of the match. I mean, I think that may not be the case now, given that they've conceded, but it certainly wasn't his fault, and he has been solid as a rock out of the back tonight. But Sevilla's resistance broken by a beautiful long-range strike from the substitute Luka Modric. And we've now played 86 minutes at the Estadio Santiago Bernabéu. You're listening to Sunday night La Liga action here, live on Flash Score UK, with Mark Strange guiding you through this one here. It's been huffing and puffing from Real Madrid, but Modric finally does the damage. Breakthrough. Modric now on halfway. Nice pass in Rodrigo. Can they get another to seal this one? Mendy's ahead of him. Rodrigo's still going, looking for Diaz on the left. On the right, sorry, but Ocampos intercepts, and now Salas. To Sai and Salas. So Sevilla, I'm going to try out. They're going to have to go for it here if they want something in this game. If they want to extend their unbeaten run to 5. Sumare back to Ramos in the centre circle. Campos on the left wing. They've been inside the Real Madrid half, but forced backward, but good defending with Vasquez. But he picks out Bade with a nice pass. He's on the halfway line. And the right hand touchline now is Juanlu. Inside to Sai. Sai. Suso. Back to Bade on the right hand side. Maybe inside the Real Madrid half. He's given loads of time to get across in over the head of Endesiri. Vasquez gets there before Campos, and volley clear. Ramos with a beautiful touch. Lovely. Just killed that one stone dead out of the air. Sergio Ramos on halfway, but Sevilla are going to have to build. Go all the way from the back again. Suso back to Sumare in the centre circle. Options ahead of him. There's Feliz and Nesiri and Ocampos. Here's Ocampos now on the left wing, midway inside the Real Madrid half. Campos, lovely there from Sumare. Ocampos then runs into Kroos, who tells him to get up, as does the referee, and now away come Real Madrid with Vasquez. Skips past Sai, but not Salas. Super tackle. Breaks for Ocampos. He flicks it over the head of Kroos. Salas now controls with his head to the byline. Super sliding tackle by Luka Modric, the man who scored that goal, back doing some good defensive work, but it's at the expense of a corner for Sevilla. And I'll double check the stats, but I make that one potentially Sevilla's first corner of the night, and it's taken us till the 89th minute for them to get it. My apologies, there's been 2 corner kicks. It's their second of the night, so I must have missed one earlier. I must have forgotten all about it, but it's been a while, that's for sure. Suso is going to take it, but we are going to see a Real Madrid sub. I think that's the number 19 of Dani Ceballos down there. So Arda Güler, the attacking intent, has been sat down, and we're going to see Dani Ceballos come in to shore up the midfield here in place of Brahim Diaz, who has certainly put himself about without too much final product, but has been thorn in the Sevilla defensive side. And now Ceballos is on here now for the last moment plus stoppage time, and he'll come in here and try and defend this corner kick, which is going to be taken left-footed outswinger by Suso, and it comes. Suso header, header wide by Salas, Quique Salas, and Lucas Ocampos went for the same ball. And it's Salas who had his head in his hands, and the header just flashed across the face of goal. And out for a goal kick. Toni Kroos was standing basically on the line, and he ducked to let that header go past him. So he was so confident of it going wide, and it did indeed. We're going to see a double sub from Sevilla. We'll also see imminently now how much out of time we are going to have. I'm going to say it's going to be at least 5 or 6. Given the stoppages for the referee to get some treatment, and for our current ref, Mr. Carlos Fernandez Buergo, to come on. Past the 90-minute mark now, Real Madrid 1, Sevilla 0. The first sub then to come on here is Adnan Januzaj. That's the name Manchester United fans will remember. Belgian now is on for Ocampos. And there's Quique Salas, his night is done as well. He's had a superb evening, he really has. Defender, his last action of the game though was that header just wide, and he's off and on his Tungai, excuse me, get my teeth back in here, Tungai Nyanzanu. So that's Nyanzu and Januzaj on here for Salas and Ocampos. Now we've played a minute of stoppage time, and I'm still none the wiser as to how much we're actually going to be playing. There's a incredible, that must be a record for fastest booking. Nyanzu is just on, literally on the pitch, a matter of seconds, and he's clattered Toni Kroos and is booked. So we're a minute into 8 added time. It was actually Ceballos in the end that he caught. Tungai Nyanzu, clearly very keen to get himself involved in the game, so we're a minute into 8 added on here at the end of this encounter at the Santiago Bernabéu. Can Real Madrid hold out? Go for a 16th win, their last 17 over Sevilla. Or can the Andalusians come back here? Here's Sumare. It's now Wanlu and Suso. Veliz making a run ahead of him, but Suso will play it out left to Januzaj. Campos may have gone off with his bleach blonde hair, but Januzaj has brought more bleach blonde hair onto that left flank. Nyanzu. Januzaj midway inside the Real Madrid half. Good block by Ceballos, but Januzaj keeps going. Good strong work from the Belgian. Rolls it back into Sau in the centre circle. Suso. 2 minutes of the 8 gone here. Suso goes back to Bade. Sumare to Veliz. Clipped there by Luka Modric. Free kick. Thought there was going to be another card there, but not so. So again, a look at the ball, the goal ball, as they do in La Liga. Win the ball and scored the most of those goals. The only one so far is Luka Modric, coming off the bench, getting what may turn out to be the winner here for Real Madrid. We're going to see another sub here for them. And it's going to be a first appearance this season for Alvaro Rodriguez. He's on for Rodrigo. Look at this goal again for Luka Modric. It really was a good goal. He was on the pitch 6 minutes when he scored it. A long range effort. He just got the ball out of his feet, header away, controlled at the edge of the box, got it out of his feet, got the shot away and in off the post. So in comes Alvaro Rodriguez. Free kick coming in for Sevilla, and Rodriguez is up and wins the header. Super work from him, but throw in to Sevilla on the right hand side around 30 yards from goal. So Rodriguez made half a dozen appearances in the first team last year, has been a regular for the B team this year, but with the injury crisis that they have, brought into the bench today, and he's on to help try and close this game out. And it's a throw in to Real Madrid despite Januzaj's protestations. He hands the ball to Vasquez and throw in Real Madrid around 30 yards from their own goal. He'll send it up the line. There's Rodriguez. Janzu getting stuck in there. And again, good work from him. Nice flick from Veliz, and the series in there, but away by Tchouaméni, who... lovely flick by Carlo Ancelotti there. Nice back heel from the Italian Real Madrid manager. Januzaj with the throw in back to Ramos. They're now midway inside their own half. Sevilla going to have to build all the way from the back. Loic Bade now has it. 1-2 with Sau, who points forward. Get it away from me, get it forward. This pass there was intended for Ramos. He didn't catch it, but Nyanzu did. He was back to Nyland though. They're going to have to build all the way from the back. Nyland sends it long. And the series wins a good header above Tchouaméni, but will drop for Valverde. And now Ceballos, nice 1-2, Valverde. He has Rodriguez, Modric and Vinicius ahead of him. Beautiful crossfield pass from Valverde to pick out Vinicius, who's not really in much of a mood to go forward, so he'll roll it back to Mendy, who plays a 1-2 cross. Mendy on the left, midway inside the Sevilla half. Now Vinicius is going to have a run at Wanlu. Good tackle though from the Sevilla replacement, and Nianzu, well, that's a dreadful tackle by Valverde. Surprised he didn't get away, didn't escape the yellow. He has escaped the yellow, should I say. That was just dreadfully hauled him down there like a judo throw, Valverde on Sumare. Sliding in and catching him, pulling him down by the shoulder. A double whammy, but free kick but no card. Here's Sumares, tries to skip away from Vinicius, can't do so, but at the expense of a free kick inside the centre circle, but on the Real Madrid side of the halfway line. We've about 2.5 minutes of the 8 added on remaining, if there isn't any slight add-ons to that. Carlo Ancelotti, who was booked earlier in the game for protesting the VAR disallowed goal. And Luka Modric, his first sub coming off the bench after just over 5 minutes on the pitch, curling a beautiful effort in off the post. It looks to be the winner, but Suso now. That might be the last chance for Sevilla. They'll certainly be trying to make it so. Andre Lunin is going to take his time over this goal kick, that's for sure, to get a beautiful view of this majestic Estadio Santiago Bernabéu. All the renovation work done outside, it looks almost spaceship-like, and the roof closed in here tonight, which makes that atmosphere all the better. Nyland sends it high. Well, I was going to say into the Madrid night sky, but we are indoors, so I don't know if that really counts. But header won by Nyanzu. En Nesyri loses out though to Valverde, and now it's with Tchouaméni. Back to Rüdiger, midway inside his own half. We're into the last minute of the 8 added on here. Real Madrid 1, Sevilla 0. You've been listening to Mark Strange live. Sunday night La Liga action here on Flash Score UK. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, as Real Madrid look to see out the last few seconds of this game. Flick on from Ceballos, doesn't work. Throw into Sevilla, maybe they will get the last chance. Nyanzu back to Ramos. Doesn't seem in a hurry, but maybe he's just looking for options. Now he sends a quarterback style pass long, looking for Veliz. Tchouaméni wins the header and Kroos brings it down. Was Kroos fouled by Sau? He was. Booking for the Swiss international, he puts his arms out to the heavens, and that perhaps maybe that for Sevilla. The last few seconds, and just a bit of insult to injury there. Gibril Sau now is suspended for their next game, which is at home to Real Sociedad next weekend. For Real Madrid, who now, if they can hold on here for these last few seconds, they will then extend their lead over second place Barcelona to 8 points, although Girona can reduce that gap back down to 6 with a win over Rayo Vallecano tomorrow night. Real Madrid starting to pull away from this chasing pack at the top of La Liga this season. Lunin going to send the free kick long. Real Madrid travel to the Mestalla next weekend away to Valencia before they welcome RB Leipzig back here in the Champions League. That kick from Lunin all the way to the other end, so Nyland is going to have a chance maybe to send one long. We're over the 8 minutes here. Carlos Fernandez Buergo, our stand-in official, is still going to play on. Nyland with it long, good header away by Tchouameni. Back in by Sai. Januzaj beaten again by Tchouameni. Referee looks at his watch. Rodriguez away. Alvaro Rodriguez goes past Ramos. Being chased by Nianzou. Still going, Rodriguez. Still going. Great work from him. Ceballos is in there trying to help out. He's fouled. And that will do us. A victory for Real Madrid tonight. My goodness, they're made to work hard for it. But a goal on 81 minutes from the substitute Luka Modric just over 5 minutes after coming on. Curling a beautiful effort from the edge of the box in off the post. Broke down Sevilla's stoic resistance. A goal ruled out early by VAR. Real Madrid hit the post early in the second half. Sevilla had a couple of chances, but for the most part were there to defend. And defend they did for the most of it, but Luka Modric was the man who eventually broke them down. And Real Madrid, for now, are 8 points clear at the top of La Liga. Is another title on its way to the Bernabeu. It's finished here at the Estadio Santiago. It's finished here at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu. I've been Mark Strange. Thanks for joining me for Sunday Night.